On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Monday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch us now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off with some updates. When you remember, I did a vlog sometime like 2-3 days after Hurricane Beryl passed, where I made mention of a 10-year-old child that was swept away whilst having a fun day at the beach just after the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Well, we never get to hear the mother's side of the story, and we're going to hear the mother's side of the story this morning. Now, there's a lot of holes in our story, and it shows a bit of carelessness on her side also. Because as a mother, you have to think before you act. Because this story just smell like a fish market. Yeah man, the whole light fishy. Now on the 5th of July, 2 days after the passage of Hurricane Beryl, the mother agreed to send her 4 daughters to buy food with a neighbor. Note, 4 daughters. She sent them with a 20-year-old man identified as Beran Lee, otherwise known as Chris. Now, Chris was the other person that lost his life. It is said that when the 10-year-old girl had difficulties, Chris was the one that jumped into the water to try to save her and end up lose 3 pints also. Now the 10-year-old is presently on your screen, and she has since been identified as Nisha Hines. Now make a fast forward. So Chris decides say, and a food business him depend obviously is a trick, because it would seem as if Chris and one of the older sister in a some sort of dealings. Yeah man. So I guess the mother says she gonna send all 4 of them in case anything a go on everybody there, so you don't know it can taper it down somewhat or prevent it from even happening altogether. So now Lee decides say he might take the 4 girls on a joyride in the vehicle of another male friend, a young youth too, in his 20s. So they all went to Sugarman's Beach in Helsha, St. Catherine, where the double tragedy would unfold. Now reports are that Nisha experienced difficulties in the water, and when Chris attempted to rescue her, he too lost his life. Now Chris' body was also recovered the following day, but Nisha's body has still not been found. Now the mother stated, and I quote, "Me not even want remember her, cause you see, if me I go remember her now, it coming like it's a weakness coming on my body. So me not really want remember her." Now me no know what the mother really mean by that. She's probably just grieving and is lost for words. The mother also stated, and I quote, "Me wouldn't expect it, but life goes on. What's to be, will be." She also stated that it hot. That belly pain there, hot. It hot till it can't hot no more. I can't even talk no more. Now the mother stated that the eldest of her daughters, who is 18 years old, was among the group. So she stated that she was confident that they would be protected when she permitted them to go on the road. Now remember, Chris was supposed to carry them on the road, go buy food. He's 20 years old. And the oldest of the 4 daughters is 18. Now I get the gist now. Now the mother stated that Lee, which is Chris, would come to their house on weekends. And he had a friendship with the family for over 3 years. So she trusted him. She stated that them say, "Mommy, we are go out pan Old Harbour Road." And me say, "Okay. It's not the first. It's not the second. It's not the third time. So me think it's out of Old Harbour Road. Them really going for true. Them usually go buy ice cream or piece of chicken and come right back safely," the mother stated. Now she also stated that if them did tell me say, I see them going, me would have stop it because me know storm blow and nobody no go see after storm blow. So basically, my peeps, in my view, the 18-year-old and the 20-year-old male that are Chris in a some sort of dealings, and they had this all planned out. Figure have a jolly good time together, but she couldn't go alone. And probably the mother kinda, smell something fishy or go on somewhere along the line there. So that's why she sent the other daughters to basically block the traffic just in case any hanky-panky for go on. So yes, some may say she's 18 years old, she come of age so she can do as she please, but obviously the mother still see her as a child living under their roof, so she have to do as she say. And the mother probably gave her a little bit of leeway, but she not trust her all the way, hence the reason why she always send the others with both of them. So basically, the 18-year-old and the 20-year-old youth, Chris, will lose 3 points. Me feel say, I plan this whole thing, and it just went sideways. Really sad indeed, because a 10-year-old girl end up lose her 3 points, and Chris, trying to save her, end up lose 3 points also. So it is very much sad right across the board. Yeah, man. So condolences to the bereaved families. So parents, mothers and fathers, please take note. So in a way, make we continue. Now the next update is an international news where the Peel Police Department in Ontario, Canada, carried out a planned and targeted operation in the Peel Police area in Ontario, Canada. That operation was dubbed Project Chrome, which yielded 71 firearms and a portion to illegal narcotics. That 71 firearm comprised of 67 pistols and 4 high-powered weapons, that is the rifles. Now, from the persons arrested, the Peel Police stated that 10 people was arrested and facing charges after the recovery of the 71 firearms, which include assault rifles, as I stated earlier, and also some whole heap of white lady. We not talk about the one we have the curly hair and the blue eyes. We are talk about the one we look like the almonds powder or the baking soda type of thing. Now, we already revealed to you that a Jamaican man was among the 10 that was charged. We are talking about this man presently on your screen, identified as Hamisi Stanley. He's from the Jarrett Lane area in East Kingston. Now we get to understand, say, another Jamaican was among the 10. We are talking about this man presently on your screen, identified as Orlando Thomas. Now Orlando Thomas is said to be from the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Hayes community in Clarendon. Yeah, man. Now we see why these areas are the way they are, because these two are major arms and drugs distributors in Ontario, Canada. You have seen over the past couple of weeks where I did vlogs covering happenings in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Hayes community, phase 1 and 2, where I basically gave you some vital information and persons who are major players in the crime syndicate affecting the Hayes community. Now, given the fact that Orlando Thomas is a main gun trafficker in Ontario, Canada, what I got stop him from connecting with his fellow criminal elements in Hayes and also supply them with the much needed criminal resource of guns and, of course, drugs. And the same pretty much goes for Hamisi Stanley, aka Shaka D from out of Jarrett Lane. The man we used to run off the place from back in the days when Pala was alive. And if you notice the two communities, Hayes and Jarrett Lane off Mountain View, is two troubled communities over the years. Two communities that are always at loggerheads with other rival factions. Two communities who is heavily armed with illegal weaponry. Two communities that many of its own residents has lost their lives due to the influx of guns coming in those communities. So Jamaica and Jamaicans, yard and abroad, I've said this many a times before now. All criminal organizations on this beautiful rock that we call our island home, Jamaica, is being supported by members of the diaspora, whether they are in Canada, England, or America. These are the three main places that they're at presently. They are scattered all over. Criminal elements, they are both to support criminality. But these are the three main places that they are getting their support financially and the guns from. So you, the regular members of the diaspora, need to play a more integral role whilst you are there among them in aiding and assisting Uncle Sam or the Canadian man or the British man for rid these criminal elements out, because without their influence and backing, the criminal elements in Jamaica will be forced to look in another direction. So we all need to play our part in advancing the welfare of our dearly beloved island home, Jamaica. So the fight is not only on the island of Jamaica, but the fight should also be taken on and onto the criminal elements by you members of the diaspora. I hope you really understand what On The Spot News Media has just said and stop pointing fingers only on the government of Jamaica to do something. But you need to understand that you too is a Jamaican and the onus is on you also, as the onus is on me to play our part in advancing the welfare of our country. Yeah, man. So what you know, my peeps? Last Wednesday, the St. Andrew South Police seized an assault rifle on the compound of a church. Superintendent Damian Mandison, who is the head of the St. Andrew South Police Division, stated that the M1 Grand rifle containing 6 7.62 rounds of ammunition was found on the rooftop of a church along Crescent Road. Now, Crescent Road runs off Spanish Town Road and also runs off Walton Park Road. That find took place sometime around 1 p.m. in the day. The superintendent stated that no one was arrested in connection with that find. Superintendent Mandison stated that 3 illegal guns have been seized by the division in that week, and it is a part of the ramped-up activities by the police targeting guns and wanted criminal elements. Now, the last thing that we are going to talk about is the stats, the knockings and clappings stats that has resulted in the loss of life of some people. Now, I shared with you just a few days ago the stats from July 29th to July 13th, and that in itself was shocking. Now watch this. From July 13th to July 20, 7 days, 25 people end up lose them 3 points. So that brings the total tally from June 29 to July 20. So basically 19 days, 69 people end up lose them 3 points. Now the toll since July 20 stands at 651 people lose them 3 points to the hands of the old dirty corner boy them. And all of that is stated on the JCF website. And now, shockingly, it stands at 114 fewer than over the same period last year. So the JCF is stating that they are seeing a 15% reduction in fatal knockings and clappings by criminal elements. Now, whilst we are grateful for 114 fewer fatal knockings and clappings, having 25 people losing them 3 points in 7 days is definitely not acceptable, and that is nothing to be commended for with a 15% reduction. 25 people in 7 days, 69 people in 19 days. Now, my peeps, that definitely don't look good. So basically, my peeps, if 69 people lose them 3 points in 19 days, a 3 point enough that. So we can round it off to 4 people losing them life every single day. That, my friends, is most definitely a cause for concern. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.